I really am. Oh yeah, this is Tua, by the way. Been rocking, but diehard Alabama fan, been that way since I was maybe 10. So you talking about 20? You talking about 2 decades and some change? Been a fan since the early '90s, and been rocking with Bama. Even when we were playing like shit, and you know, then we had the relatively the Nick Saban era, that 16 years of consistency and beating teams and being on top, seen it all, the good, the great, and now, you know, the questionable era. But this mirror experimentation has come to an end now. Like we all get it. He's a very talented young man. He's he's good eye candy for people to watch. But think about what Vanderbilt just did to us. They put us on blast for the whole world to see. That's a glaring concern if I'm Alabama. You can't just say, "Oh, we had a bad game." No, 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 no. Your offense is straight doo doo. It is so imbalanced that you rely so heavily on the deep ball and the big play that you're missing key elements to your game that can keep you sustained on drives and stuff like that. They can actually keep you relevant in ball games. We're talking about third and seven, third and eight plays. We're trying to go for a 20-yard completion when all you need is 8 yards. That's all you need. A simple slant route, you got 8 yards, you got a first down. A simple dig route, a simple what's it called, an over route or a in route, you got 8 yards, you got a first down. You might even get 10, but you got a first down. The mere fact that today it showed a lot about our lack of consistency at the quarterback position is really scary. Um, to those who support Jalen Milroe, I don't take pleasure in bashing the kid, but I mean he has not gotten any better. This is similar to what happened with Jalen Hurts his sophomore campaign when everybody said, "Oh, he's just gonna get better." Watch, and the offense came out there and looked the same exact way it did the year before. Except with Hurts, we were not. With Hurts, we had Nick Saban, so we didn't put up many points, and we relied heavily on defense. We relied on our defense to literally to suffocate opposing offenses. This year has been flipped. Well, now I'm gonna go with Saban. With Jalen Hurts, we relied a lot on defense because he wasn't asked to do a lot, and he could not read the field, and it showed on film. Now fast forward to this season. Well, fast forward to last season. Miro, he got the starting job. He lost against Texas. He got it back after the I think it was no it was after the UCF game that we barely pulled out. We won down there in Florida. After that game, he got the job back, and then the team took off to get to the college football playoff where we beat Georgia in the SEC championship game. People riding high. If you watch the Georgia game, offense didn't look that great, but we made enough plays in that game to survive Georgia. And then we took on Michigan. Our defense suffocated Michigan to the point they couldn't really move the ball. Also to the point to where they were questioning J.J. McCartney as a quarterback because a lot of his plays he was not getting the way he normally would throughout the whole season. And then the Michigan defense figured it out. They sent disguised blitzes, they sent all out blitzes, and Jalen Milroe could not respond at all. He was taking sacks that weren't even necessary to take. And to make matters worse, Alabama had adjusted their play calling to put a faster tight end in the game so that when they did blitz the bank and the world, he could dump it off to one of his tight ends as a running back. He refused to do it because he wanted to stare down Isaiah Bonds that we had last year. He wanted to get the ball to Agent 17. All good and dandy, but it's different when they're double teaming him and taking him away on routes, and you're still staring at him, trying to get him the ball. The problem. Fast forward to this season, we got a stud named Ryan Williams, who was a legit top 5 prospect. He was decommitted from Alabama, only recommit because he said that he wanted to be great and he wanted to come put up numbers. He wanted to help the team win. So far, we're winning. We're 3-1. We just lost to Vanderbilt. Um, was it 40 to 35? But I went back and looked at the box score. I also looked at a few other key elements. If we do not commit 2 turnovers, and if we stifle them in terms of if they don't get a field goal and they don't get a pick six, we win the game by 7 because the offense had to play catch up because they started off flat. But people gonna blame the defense because the first drive they gave a touchdown, right? Which is basically it's piggybacking off what happened the Georgia game when our defense got walked up and down the field for 15, 14, 15 plays, and people were blaming them for that, as if the offense had nothing to do with it, as if our offense wasn't going 3 and out repeatedly. And I'm screaming at them, I'm screaming at TV, hey, we have to fix this problem. We got to fix the problem because the first half he was looking like he might be a protege. He looked like he might be something that we can build with. But Shannon Sharp said I always heard him say this: you never accept anything. Oh, sorry. Come on. You never accept anything in a win that you wouldn't. He said you never accept anything in a win that you wouldn't in a loss. Meaning the sloppy play, the turnovers, the penalties, the inconsistencies and stuff like that on both sides of the ball from time to time throughout that game. Yeah, it got us. Yeah, but I'm not gonna fully blame the defense. You know why? Because we have an offensive-minded head coach, and he was sent in to resurrect our offense, which had, for the most part, been pretty putrid. We were not averaging points like that for real under Nick Saban. After Tua and Mac Jones and Bryce Young moved on to the league, we wasn't doing that. We were still relying on defensive sets and defensive production to keep teams at bay. And Nick Saban left because he said himself the NIL is not a good idea. Was he wrong? I'm all for these guys getting paid out here, but look at what's happening now. Now we got a problem because most guys aren't playing with any discipline anymore. They're acting like they're already NFL athletes, like they're entitled to this type of stuff. Like you're still a kid. Regardless of how you want to look, you're still a kid. You may be 21, 22, but now the law, you still don't know as much as you think you know. But I digress from that. Anyway, back to this game. So to say that Milroe had a good game, I question your logic when it comes to football. Because in that same game that we played against Georgia, I watched him go repeatedly 3 and out, 3 and out, 3 and out, and kept putting defense out there. And defense kept on trying to bow their backs. I'm about the second half. The first half we was clicking. The defense was stopping them, but then the offense was scoring. So it was giving both units the affirmation they both needed. Now, to start the second half, Georgia came out and flat out punched us in the mouth. Third quarter, and then going into the fourth quarter. And we looked like we were lost. And the hurtful part of that is we carried the game, we carried that same mindset over into the Vanderbilt game. And it's painful to watch because people who want to see Milroe do good, they overlook what he cannot do and what he does not work on, which kills me. How can you say you're a fan of the team, but then when this young man himself refuses to get better as a quarterback, you make excuses for him. Or you'll say it's his defense. How's it his defense? Isn't he the one with the ball? I mean, doesn't he dictate what happens offensively for us? Does he not do that? So now we just exempting his responsibility as the leader who has a C on his chest, right over his shoulders, a C up there, which means that you make determinations on how things are going to go. You make those calls and checks. You decide who gonna get the ball this play, who can get the ball the very next play. You make all those decisions. So why are we not putting the responsibility on you? Why are we not calling you out? Because the trend is that he should be a Heisman Trophy contender. He's putting up the numbers. We've never seen that in Alabama. But the Hawaiian kid, this dude right here, that's on my shirt right now. He put up nearly 4,000 yards his sophomore campaign. And he got beat out by Kyler Murray because Kyler Murray had no defense. In every game, he was forced to play the hero. But this dude right here was balling out. His receiver was balling out. Everybody was eating the offense. Everybody. If you go look at the numbers from Georgia and this game, go look at the Wisconsin game. Our receivers are suffering. They are suffering. But nobody's gonna listen to little old me because hey, I'm just a little YouTuber in Virginia, and I've seen this dude like in big spurts like fail to lead the offense. I've seen him come up, as they say, smaller than mini me. But hey, that's neither here nor there. Hey, give me a cup or something. But to sit here and say like, oh well, we're gonna bounce back. I'm not saying we're not gonna beat South Carolina, but I tell you what, Dan, if I'm South Carolina, I'm gonna study this game film. I'm going to study it. I'm going to look at ways to expose this offense even more, to peel that layer all the way back to where they're just a basic offense. We may not have the athletes to actually stop you, but we're gonna put it out there that hey, this is how you suffocate this offense. This is how you put it down effectively to where they can't march up and down the field on you the way they want to. Apparently you didn't see the whole live, but the experiment does need to come to an end, bro. If this is your expectation of a quarterback, then y'all should have got Bo Nix. We should have went to go get another quarterback that can do exactly what he's doing right now, just involving everybody. But to the oblivious fan out there that refuses to acknowledge what's really going on until it's too late, like last season against Michigan, were you one of the ones, Brock, talking when we lost to Michigan? I don't think you were. I don't think you said a damn thing. I seriously doubt you said anything when we lost to Michigan the way we lost. Knowing good and well the defense balled out. But because our quarterback is incompetent and you and other people want to make excuses for him, because then you can tell me that he does great outside of running. Even his deep ball now is questionable. I saw this man underthrow Ryan Williams and Gurley Bernard more than once. So don't come here with that what you mean type stuff, bro, because we can do this all day. I mean, he's not that great of a quarterback. He's getting helped more than what they think he is. And the running backs and everybody else is suffering in this offense. And they did not score every single drive. That's how I know you're not even watching the games. If that's the case, why don't our offense score every drive? Because we were down 13-0. So if you want to put that on the defense, so with the defense on the field when he threw that pick six, were they on the field when he fumbled? No, they were not. And let's not pretend like every single time Vanderbilt touched the ball they scored. They did not. They didn't score every single drive because the score would have indicated that. They didn't. But Vanderbilt played a more balanced game than we did. They mixed it up to where we had to come up defensively to play the run, and then we got burnt with the deep balls. We just threw the deep ball to one dude on one side and then to Bernard on the other.
Maybe you'll like it.
Again, and who? So to make that statement, that means that the offense failed, correct?
What?
Single digits mean what? That we did not run the ball, right? So that means the clock did not run. Exactly what Georgia did to the defense, correct? Because who's on the other side of the other ball? Milroe. You're proving my point with this whole stupid little response you got going on. If they're on the field longer and we're not, and we're relying on the deep ball so much, when you have two capable running backs in the backfield, and you can pick them down the field, you don't have to go deep every single time, but that's what he likes to do. Because you can't say he throws nothing in the middle. He don't throw hardly anything short. When he's forced to throw it short, he don't want to throw it short. He rather throw down the field. He rather throw the double coverage sometimes, and then have Ryan Williams bail him out. Or like that catch Bernard made on the sideline, which he was wide open in the beginning, came to a complete stop. Stop it! Came to a complete stop and made the play. Let's not come with let's not come with illogic like type stuff. Let's be real here. The defense does deserve some blame, yes. But to sit here and say like the offense is so much better, or like they just no, they're not. They're basic. Georgia showed you that. We was up 28-0, and then what happened? Are you gonna blame defense the entire game? For Georgia too? Being up 28-0, I mean you gotta keep some kind of momentum going. If you do that one more time, I'm gonna do something to you. Go back in there. Cause you throwing stuff on the ceiling. I ain't playing with you about that. Why you throwing stuff on the ceiling like that? What's wrong with you? And this is what I'll be talking about. It sounds like the same excuses they did with Jalen Hurts. Oh, it's the defense. Oh, we just can't stop people. Again, the interception was not on defense. They were not on the field, sir. The fumble, they were not on the field. And if you actually watched the game, which if you did not, I don't know what to tell you. You watched the game where you could see that Jalen Milroe was staring down guys so long that his pocket presence is garbage. If Ryan Williams don't get open within a few seconds, he's going to either bolt the pocket or he's going to eventually throw it toward the sideline or he'll throw it to Bernard if he can find Bernard fast enough. Hardly nobody else on that team even eats like that. So again, when you come on here, bro, I'd rather have you have a logical reasoning why we lost the game. Don't just say it was the defense. Because the defense literally did all they could for as long as they could. Right?
Y'all ain't trying to get it 9 on 9.
I mean, I'm on my live right now, like talking to somebody else. But the defense did all they could, so it's not like you can sit here and blame the defense. But you and other people gonna do that because you don't want to say that Milroe fucked up today. That the offense looked like shit. This is the same offense last week and the Wisconsin game and the UCF, the USF game, University of South Florida. Yeah, that same game. Yeah, that we pulled away in the fourth quarter. Yeah, like you're not talking to an average fan, bro. I've been doing this for a long time. So Milroe's not it. Again, the experiment has to end. Last season, the Bull had Michael Penix. Remember that dude? Remember his name? The Washington quarterback that had 2 receivers get over 1,000 yards. You really think we're gonna get a 1,000-yard receiver this year? If Ryan Williams don't reach that plateau, Bernard damn sure ain't. Ryan Williams has a better chance to probably get 800 yards, and they still gonna say, well, he could have put up more than that. Of course he could have. But everybody else need to be able to eat at the table too, which is why we continue to lose receivers to the transfer portal. Ain't nobody in their right mind gonna be at Alabama running routes and never get the ball. In 4 quarters, I touched the ball twice. Where that math at? My running back don't even get 15 carries in the game. Where's that math at? But we're praising a dude that gets 19 completions or 18 completions a day for 24 attempts for 310 yards. And all them big plays that he made were basically underthrown balls. But he's not going to take the blame for that because the defense gave up scores. When I could have sworn it was both sides of the ball that have to affect the game. During the Nick Saban era, we didn't blame the defense. We said the offense couldn't do anything until we got Tua, Mac, Bryce Young. Once we got those 3 type of quarterbacks, we was moving, it was humming, right? Or did you forget that? All I'm telling you is Milroe hasn't got better. This is the same BS from last season. But if you and others want to continue to ride this train, and we get to the playoff, and then we get eliminated, and then you blame the defense again like everybody else is gonna seem to do all season long, I'm gonna tune you completely out. Because the head of the snake continues to get away with it. If he knows all I gotta do is put up 300 yards and a touchdown, it's gonna shut people up. Oh, I did my job. Really? You did? Because last I checked, Vanderbilt didn't beat themselves. We beat ourselves, and then Vanderbilt capitalized. And yes, the defense is not the same because whoever the defensive coordinator is, they'll have no discipline. I saw them do arm tackles. Where they do that at? Auburn? Western Kentucky? I mean, help me out here. It's like everybody got an excuse for this dude when there's none to be made. He has not gotten any better. If that's the case, then we literally do beat Vanderbilt handily. But kudos to Vanderbilt. I mean, they did their job. They played a perfect game. I mean, it took a lot to beat us, and they did. They beat about 5 points. So imagine how we had a more effective offense. We put up 50 points. Take away the pick six, take away the fumble. That fumble occurred 9:36. Go look at it. We were down by what, 5? We were down by 5. We were matter of fact, yeah, we were down by 5 because we was in position to take the lead. He fumbled, they went down and scored. Then we immediately scored right after that. No, we didn't immediately score, but we moved the ball down the field, and then Ryan Williams ran it in on a reverse on the fourth down play for a touchdown because they expected us to run it, and ran a reverse. He handed it off, and oh boy, I ran into the end zone to get us back to within 5. And then from there, they scored again to put it. No, we scored, and then from there, we didn't get the ball back because the defense pretty much gave up at that point. But I can't beat them up for that. You know why? Because they're gassed. You go 15 play drives and see how long you actually last. And your offense is going 3 plays. You're watching your own offensive unit now on the field, not even going 5 plays. Not even going 6 plays. I'm not saying you gotta do every single drive, no. But if you can give me a consistent 6, 7 play drive, 1 quarter, for 1 quarter you can do that for me, you're gonna give me the time I need to rest. Great, I'm glad you scored a 75-yard touchdown, but what's that gonna do for me? I didn't even get 2 minutes of rest. So I'm back out there on the field again to try to stop the offense. Now, if you're consistently moving the ball, then we're talking about a whole different language here. But until you and others recognize that we have a problem, we have a problem in Alabama. I'm tired of sitting here playing with people like he's not a problem. The dude's he's been a problem since last season. All our quarterbacks are gone. Or does it not matter because he's black? So that's what we're doing? I could have sworn the best player should be out there trying to produce to help the team win. And in my opinion, Ty Simpson is a much better quarterback, a much complete quarterback than Milroe is. He just don't have the legs that Milroe got. Or the athleticism, but he don't even need it. His pocket awareness, if you watch some of the games he played in, he maneuvered around that pocket to make certain throws. But I guess nowadays it don't matter much, hey, because we expect you guys to throw bombs and, put up big numbers. Ryan Williams had, 3 catches today. One being a 56-yard bomb. You take away that big play, he has 30-something yards today on 2 catches. So, how is it not Milroe's fault? Just wondering. Your offense can't even stay on the field because you're letting Vanderbilt dictate to you that you can throw the ball. We just don't respect your run game like that because you didn't even run against Georgia. Georgia like that. You didn't run against Wisconsin like that. You didn't run against USF like that. I just want to know. Come on, James, start taking look. I'm gonna cook. Anyway, guys, make this breakfast because I'm hungry. And I guess I'll catch y'all on the flip side of the coin. Peace.